Yo, what up guys, it's 5D here, and a new part or Heroes Part event just launched in Raid Shadow Legends. We saw the news yesterday, but today it's finally open. This one is tagged Path of Spring. In this video, I want to take a look at all the right paths that you should take in this one, and possibly the one for end game players who are spenders, and the one for totally free-to-play players who don't have all the resources in the world to go crazy. So this one seems like it's gonna have this new champion Perfect Soul right here, Razorback Perfect Soul. Is it even worth going for a Perfect Soul for this champion? I'll take a look at some of his skills again to help you determine that if this is even worth your time. But I don't think end game players who are spenders would want a 5-star Perfect Soul of this champion, but I might be wrong. So by the end of this video, I'll also tell you my own pack that I will be choosing and pacing towards, and how I plan to execute it. This one will comprise of two things: get artifacts. That means it's a dungeon divers. You should go into the dungeons and battle or campaign, and as long as you get those 5-star artifacts, 6-star artifacts, or even 4-star artifacts, you obtain points eventually to get what is necessary to climb the rankings and get whatever rewards you choose to go. Also, if you're a big spender, you might want to just pull secret shards and be done with this one if you do not want to farm the dungeons. But there's an incentive to farm the dungeons right now because of the ongoing both dragon tournament and the chance of getting 3 times chance of getting speed artifacts from the dragon. So this might be an incentive for most players to use the dungeon farming, the dragon farming, to get points towards this part of life event, or whatever they call it these days. So right there, I'll be farming the dragon at level 10 hard, hopefully getting enough points to complete whichever path I plan to take. All right, before recording this video, I did some quick maths. Some quick maths to let you guys know my path, and I came together with 3 paths that any player would want to go right here in Photoshop. All right, the first part is what everybody who is going for this legendary champion right here will need to take. So if you're going for this champion right here, this 5-star Perfect Soul, you remember it's not a champion, it's just a 5-star Perfect Soul. If you want to go for this one, you first need to go with part 1, this part in red right here. So you need to go all the way through this red part right here, come all the way down and get a key. You're only coming here because you need a key. Without a key, you cannot proceed with part 3. So after finishing part 1, that's when you now go into part 3 that I showed in green right here and get this champion. This is only possible if you're a spender. And the quick maths I did will tell you how difficult this one is going to be. Like this part I just talked about, the first part will require you to do what, 23,000 points. Yes, it's better than going towards this other extreme right path, which is going to require 35,000 points. So this is the best way to go if you want to get a key. Those 2 parts have a key, but this left hand side is the best way to go to grab that key fast. 23,000 points right there for the first key. And then to come down on part 3, you need to get a total of 73,000 points. So 73 plus 23 just to get a Perfect Soul, that's 96,000 points. This is for whales. 96,000 points is a high amount of points that a whale will easily do by what? Pulling 21 secret shards, because of the ongoing summoning event right here in Raid. A lot of players or a lot of whales will be trying to get specific champions like Geojoid and all these other great awesome nukers. So if you're pulling 21 secret shards, that's all you need as a spender in Raid to obtain all the rewards right here in part 1 and part 3, and obtain a 5-star Perfect Soul for Razorback. That's the extreme level. Now if you're a free-to-play player, a total noob like me, a 0 spender, you're just trying to get the lowest amount of points to give you the best rewards, I think the best way to go for that part will be part 2 for endgame free to play. That is, what does it require? It requires you to just go straight down to part 2, and you're looking to obtain this eternal soul stone, these big boys as we call it. So this is all you need to get the big boys, and that will require you to get 48,500 points. I know that's kind of on the high side. That's why I said it's free to play, but end game free to play. That means as a free to play, you're farming the eternal, you're farming the dragon at level 10 hard, and also you can maybe pull 5 secret shots, maybe whatever you can do to get that 48,000 points right here, 48,500 points. So that will get you this legendary skill tome and this big boy for Eternal Soulstone. So those are the only 2 rewards available on that part as a free-to-play ending player. What about those who are not willing to go all the way, those who are just playing casually, who are just trying to get some few points with only dragon? You just want to farm only dragon with free-to-play energy. You don't want to use your gems to farm the dragon, right? You want to achieve this in the 3 days or 2 days that this event is gonna last. How long is it gonna last? Let's see. How long is this event gonna last? Part of spring, 3 days. So with free-to-play energy that regenerates every day that you get from doing stuff in the game, you might want to obtain only 18,500 points. How do you go about that 18,500 points? Is by completing whatever you need to get to this legendary skill tome. That's all you need, and for that you just have to go through this parts that I showed you in this picture. Again, let me pull it up. You have to complete part 2. So free-to-play endgame players who complete part 2 and get down all the way and get the big boy right here, the Eternal Soulstone. Free-to-play beginner players or mid-game players who still get down to part 2 and end at the legendary skill tome. So those are all the parts that I recommend from my few mats that I did, that it's the best. And for those free-to-play beginner players, 4 secret shards will get you what you need, or 430 dragon runs. I'm estimating you get maybe 34 to 40 points per run, depending on you're doing it at hard 10 or something, with those mythical gear that gives you a higher points. So if you're doing the dragon, trying to get those speed artifacts, eventually 18,500 points will get you that legendary skill tome, and that's what I recommend most players to do. So those are all the parts that are available right here. I hope I broke it down for you properly so you understand farming this dragon, summoning the shards, so you don't just go waste your shards on the right hand side. Definitely don't go here. Don't do it. So a lot of people will be going towards this first part on part 1, spenders grabbing their key and coming there to get the Razorback what do you call it, Perfect Soul. I don't still think he's worth it. I don't think Razorback Perfect Soul is worth going for, but let me know in the comments if you think he's worth it at all. What are you even gonna get on him as a champion? I already have him, but let me see if I'm forgetting his skills. That's why I'm struggling to see if it's even gonna be worth it. So we just went for the fusion because we had to. He's a new shiny champion. We didn't go for the fusion because he's going to be a game-changing champion on the A1. Fills his stun meter 3 times. Fills his stun meter 15%. 75% chance of placing leech. Heals the champion by 10%. Attacks all enemies. Increase speed. Increase accuracy. That's useful on it for 3 ton though. That's very useful. And of course that's what this is main thing, stacking up speed, going fast. So what is the blessing gonna help him do though? 5-star awaken blessing. Is it just gonna add brimstone, or it's not a damage dealer, so people are not gonna give him soul rip or anything like that? Maybe temporal or chains. I don't see this is a champion that extremely needs a 5-star blessing that makes you want to go all the way down a very difficult path with 96,000 points just to obtain this. I don't think this is worth 96,000 points. Now, if this was the legendary champion himself that they placed here, they've done it before. They've put a legendary champion before in a Heroes Path event, and people didn't go for it. I think it was a mediocre champion. But that's all. Let me not drag this on further. I just wanted to give you my breakdown of this perfect that Heroes Path event that is coming up right now in Raid, and tell you how you can go about it, the best way to approach it as a free-to-play. I will recommend always head over here, get the legendary skill tome, and this should be your ending point. If you're still free-to-play who uses gems to farm, you might be able to grab this one. So that's all I'm going to recommend right here in this video. Let me know in the comments which part you choose to go to. Are you going for this one? Tell me why. Do you have that resources to spend for it? If I'm getting it wrong or if it's actually worth it, also let me know in the comments below. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I create great shallow content on a daily basis. Later, guys.